Hello everybody. Today I've got this nice 555 ESL which requires some love. Okay, turn it on. It starts. Okay, it tries to play back but it can't. Fast forward, rewind. Nothing works. Eject doesn't work. I can hear the motor trying to work, but that's it. Probably belt is off. So let's start from the simple things. Let's disassemble this guy and see what he is capable of. Fix it first. So to disassemble it, we need to remove side panels. Okay, this is the one. It doesn't sit tight, so probably it's been opened already. I'm not the first guy who will be looking into this deck. Okay, next we have to unscrew these screws from the top. My mind ESL decks are probably most well-designed decks from the Sony. It's the same series when it was like 870, 770, 970 and 555 ESL. It's from this age. I believe these plastic doors are the most beautiful from all designs Sony did so far for the doors. Okay, let's try to open it up and confirm our thoughts. Let me show you how nice it is internally made. So everything is copper plated, all panels. See, there is bias generator, recording board, this is playback amplifier, power transformer, huge power capacitors, tape transport, and sys control board with ESL CPU in it. Nice. See, all decks from Japan, if they're not copper plated, they get a bit rusty. So if you will go with 333 series, you may see this rust inside the decks. Here it's a pretty minimum, so I cannot feel it with my finger. But believe me, I have seen much worse, and my friend Evan says that he's seen like fully rusted internally decks, so be careful. Okay, I believe we need to pull out tape transport to confirm our thoughts. So what I will be doing next, I will be removing this nice front panel to get to the tape transport, because we need to remove the door to be able to get access there. Let me see what I can do. Oh, actually it should go out. So let's just unscrew tape transport. I believe these 4 guys, keeping it from underneath. So it's 1, 2, 3. Front screws are longer. Good to know. 4 here, and leave 2 on the top side. I'm afraid I need to remove the front face panel to see better. And black guys here. Let me remove these switches. And this one. carefully, step by step. Something else holding it here. Let me see. Okay. Done. Okay, I have one more screw here, which is holding tape transport. Yeah. So you see one hidden screw, and you should get it. Come on. Do you? Should be going out. It's me release this top. It's a bit. See, we did remove the cover and we kind of catch up here. Let me see if I can do something better with this cover. Here, released. Now it should go on the back. Wires. The back fit. Looks like we need to remove the playback board to get to the record head connector. And my extender. Oops. Screw holder on. Don't power up your tape recorder if you have thousand fall in. It may do a short circuit. Oh, yeah, another one. Let's try to get it. So that's the one. This is the last one. Okay. Now remove head connectors. Okay, all three done. Back to switch off power. Just show the case. And we have more wires coming in. Okay, let me do it more interesting for you, because it's getting more and more exciting internally. So we have these two long wires additionally, which will hold us to pull the tape transport, I believe. And they're too short. This definitely has been improved with the K models. So this is the one guy I was talking about. So we need to release these wire holders here, here, and here. So this is the one guy, and the white one, this one. Okay. Now we may relax him like that and try to pull out tape transport. Here. Carefully, no rush, wire by wire, released. Good. Now I will be moving to my other table to work on the tape transport. Here. Do you prefer me to make it closer? Probably this is the closest I can get. Okay, let's see. Capstan belt. Still works. And there is a command belt. Let me see how it's doing. This guy is good. I see now. So okay, let's disassemble then. So let's start from the spring. Then remove this guy here. Then this plastic blocker like that, and remove this pin from here. You see the pin? Okay, now open the door. And remove the door. Let me see the heads. Looks okay for its age. Oh, pinch rollers. Don't tell me that's original. Those original pinch rollers. So there is no any sign, it's original lock here. So that's what we will be replacing after we complete disassembly. So removing front panel. Let me disconnect it here. Okay, removing the panel. Everything looks good here. Next, we will remove capstan board. One connector here. So the difference between K5 and K7 and like 555 and 333, these both capstans, you see, have magnets here. and they both are pulled and sits on these sapphire bearings to eliminate movement of the capstan during on its axis. You see? So they always are pulled by magnets and sits on these bearings. That's what I read about K7, and I'm glad I can see it on the 555 series either. Yeah, belt is almost dead. It's not flexible. It's like plasterized. I would replace it. So even if it works, it doesn't work to disassemble one more time. I think. Okay, next part. Carefully remove the capstans and keep the spacers, which are keep care about the oil from the tape. And here is another spacer, plastic. You see the one, the dark in color. Don't lose them. And this capstan needs cleaning, definitely. You see belt is degrading. Let's take a look at the other capstan. Another spacer. Don't lose them. And here is a spacer from this side. Don't lose them. They are required to have a good wow and flutter. Okay, next we need to remove this plate, and here is the 4 screws which are holding it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I should be able to remove it. We also need to remove these pinch rollers. Okay, for this guy, you can just use your hands to unscrew it. It's a plastic. Okay, removing this assembly all together. That, and for this assembly there is a plastic spring. You may use any tools to remove it. Come on, come here. And now it should go. You see, like that. See, we need to clean up all this goo. Make sure that it will be properly cleaned and oiled. Next part, we need to remove this piece here. So remove this plastic parts which hold it on the shaft. Don't lose it. It's pretty hard to find something similar. Okay, done. Now we can pull up this gear assembly from here like that. And at this point we should be good to remove this board. So it will be one large long screw here on this side. A7 has a different shape of his head, you see, and 3 shorter guys. One is here on the command gear, and 2 on this side. One is on the corner, and one in the middle. That's how this tape transfer should be disassembled. Everything else you've seen on the internet, as I seen the guys trying to push it like in between the boards, is a bad idea. Okay, and I believe this 5th screw needs to go out. Yeah. So the longer one goes here, all others are shorter. And that's how you pull it up. And that's our belt we need to replace. You see, it's fully yeah, it's like a glue. It doesn't keep its form anymore. Okay, I will be cleaning up this and re-lubricating to make sure everything will work smooth. And to assemble it properly, we need to make sure that this line will be in position with this lever, like that. And on the back side, this should go, you see there a triangle, it should go with this side. There is a mark on the outer side. And then your middle piece here would be able to get into this pin, you see, in between. That's how it should assemble. Let me clean it up and re-lubricate before we will be assembling it back. Oh, I'm afraid I need to pull it out separately. The better you clean up the old grease, the better it will work in the future. Okay. Let me pull the grease. And let's start assembling a little bit on the shaft here. And pull this guy back. Or I didn't clean the other side, really. I need to do that. Or like it's still been okay after all those years. Interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video. This grease not completely dry, so it's a good sign. This means the deck was not overused. Okay. Install this part. Next. Here a little bit. Here. And then maybe we need to put something under this white plastic piece. Yeah. This needs to be cleaned, the grease teaser. Okay, let's move 3 here, and this will move here. Okay, installed. Next, this chair here. Next, this guy. And line it up. Okay, I remember something. We didn't put the oil lubricant here on the back side, and this is quite important to have it. Done. Top part of the tracks. Okay. Now a little bit on each of these shafts. Freight opposite order, like that. Yeah, this would be more appropriate. And we need to install the belt here. I just received it. It's a pretty nice belt. From the turntable needle website. Those are usually very well made and the proper size. So put it into this chair and into these two guys here. Come on. Don't shoot like that. That's what Sony did for us. Like, we need to pull this short belt into these two pins here, and it should be sitting, but it doesn't. You see? Assemble it here. So this part is complete. Let me clean it up a little bit. So tape transfer, you see these two connectors, two switches, so they are define the position, so CPU may recognize if it's reached to the target. And these two guys are define the rotation sensor, so there is a mirrors installed. And like, so okay, let's see this motor. I will try to lubricate a little bit the top bearings, make sure it will not be noisy. if I can get there. I don't think so. Okay. And probably it's a good idea to deoxidize this sensor switches while we have it disassembled, because it would be much more tough to do if you will assemble it. So I will just put the deoxidizer from this side into each switch here. Sorry, but you wouldn't be able to see it. It's quickly drying. Okay, now remember, triangle, point here, point there, and careful assembling everything back. Okay. Okay, done. We are in position. The long one goes here. The short ones, 5 pieces. And be careful with the screws because they go in a plastic on Sony, so don't tie them up fully. Okay, this is something I didn't see it fully. It's on this side. Let me see. This lever. Yeah, here is a proper position. See that? I hope you do. I believe I will pull those guys out. Make sure it fully sits, so there is no free movement. Then carefully screw everything back. Long guy, short guy, short guy. It's in there, but it's not yet fully. Yeah, I see. Our gear is moved like that. Now it should sit fully. Yeah. Screw them gently, don't apply any significant force. They go into plastic, remember that. done. Now, when we completed this exercise, we may gently release the belt onto the position of the other gear. Yeah, make sure that it's not slip now. Yeah, it's good. That's how it should work. If you like, we can roll a bit to see how it will be pushing heads up, but I believe it's fine. It should work. Let me see a little bit about this mess. Next, I'm not sure why we have lubricant here. What have been trying to achieve here? There were no moving parts. Let's just wipe it up. Okay, let's see. It's brakes, release brakes, release brakes. Okay. Okay, that's what I was talking about. This is a tension piece, so when heads go up, it will apply tension through this. I forget the word for this material, so it will apply some tension with resistance. What I would also probably do, I would oil this carriage, so it will go here and it will go there. And there is a ball bearings installed by Sony. Okay, I cannot get to the bearings right now. I don't like to fully remove the carriage, so let's leave it as this for now. There's still some lubricant. Probably we can apply it here, so it will go up here. Next piece, install this back and install this small guy back. Yeah, like that, you see, just with your finger, so it would not fall up. Like that. Next, easy part, so right pinch roller. It just pops up from here, like that. Remove the shaft and replace this guy. This one is 2-volt. Let's use a little bit of oil to avoid any friction. Install the shaft and click it back into position. You can do with this other pinch roller the same exercise. So we need to push out the shaft. Yeah, this pinch roller is already like a glass. You see. Let me remove it here. Sorry for a minute. It doesn't want to go so easily. Okay, let's see. Yeah, sometimes it's a time consuming to remove the shaft from this assembly. Mostly due to an age, and we don't have any specific tools for that. Really. It just sits well. Here we go. Okay, I get it. Finally. Removed. Good. Now we may assemble the new one. Here. I'm not sure why oil everywhere. Like, what they've been oiling this case and when. But it's just ridiculous. Okay, clean everything up. And install new pinch roller. Uh-huh. Some problems now. Okay, installed. See, it's tight. Rotates well. Don't like a little bit. No, it goes well and smooth. Okay. Maybe just add a little bit of lubricant as we install it. Brass pinch roller, brass inserts. So we need to make it running smooth between the metal parts. Like that. Because that's where your valve flutter can come from. Make sure it's running free. Okay, this one is prepared as well, and you see this guy, its middle just fall out, you see. Wow, it's just a trash. Okay, continue assembling. Need to clean up these shafts here. And I'll probably disconnect this coil, frequency generator coil, so to have it freely available. Removing the old lubricant to apply the new one. Done. Applying the new lubricant. The other side. done. Wow, this looks like to be a long restoration in one part, but hope you enjoyed it. Installing it back here using our 4 screws. Probably use a different screwdriver. Yeah, it works better. So assembling it back into position, and this will be 80% of work completed. So here, okay, we need to replace these 2 capacitors to not disassemble it twice. And this will be the next part of this video. It's already been too long. See you. Bye bye.